It is showtime. Happy Sunday night to all you Islanders. After a great week for many of you, I know that many of you took PDO last week. You had some time you needed to burn from work, so you took off the majority of the week. I know some of you, of course, were off Thursday or Friday. You've enjoyed the long weekend. The leftovers are probably almost out. And sometimes at this point, we're ready for them to be done anyway. But here we are, Sunday night. Many of you are joining us live. Some of you are watching us on replay. Either way, let us know where you're from in the comment section. Say hello to everyone joining right now. Let's get this thing started. I see several people who were waiting but several minutes. Some of you guys were in here 10 minutes plus before the show started. I appreciate that so much. Let me first say this to all those who are watching live and especially on replay. We are an Islander community. It is time that we drop our anchors. We take some time and relax together. That's how we do it. Everyone is welcomed here. We're going to spend time talking about several different things tonight. Amanda and I and the boys just got off the Carnival Breeze yesterday morning. We had a brutal drive home, 8-hour drive home. It rained the entire time, but we're home. We're trying to catch up on things, and we hope that you're doing well. If you're not an Islander yet, I ask that you please subscribe to this channel, whether you're watching us live or on replay. Subscribe to this community, subscribe to the channel to keep up with the latest in cruising and cruise news. Let's get this thing started right now as I say hello to everyone, and I throw these things away. I'm going to throw them away. Trash can. I've got the trash can. See ya. It's empty. And first, Desiree Hall, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate it. You're the first one in. I also see Mr. Martin. Martin, I got you down right here. Thank you so much for that super chat. As I pop the top there on my pen. Martin, I've got you down here. Thank you so much for that super chat. Martin says, hello from Clinton, Oklahoma. Hello, Martin. Hope that you're doing well tonight. Let me lay down some ground rules here. Many of you have joined us before. For some of you, this may be your first time. Maybe you've watched us before, but you haven't said anything. This is the time to say something during the show. If you are cruising and you have questions about your upcoming cruise, maybe you're not sure what you should do on board, where you should eat, what are the don't misses. Maybe you have a question about an excursion, a port of call. Ask right now in this show. It's likely that someone will answer before I do, and that's okay. I will try to see that question, though. Make sure you put question in all caps. I'll greatly appreciate it. Mr. Lito Tito is exactly right. 31 days until we're back on the breeze. I cannot wait. We're in for a treat. I'm going to share some things with you that happened on our cruise. Some of them I've never seen before. But Lito Tito, I can't wait to cruise with you. And Oos Navi, thank you so much for that super chat as I'm catching up right here. Jen Reed, you have been missed. Jen, when I came up here to prep for the show about an hour and a half ago, I thought, I haven't been up here in forever. This is upstairs at home. And I thought, I have not been up here in what seems like forever. I missed this space. I missed this forum, this community. And Jen, thank you so much for that super chat. And let me know that I've been missed a little bit. That's nice. Jen, I got you down right here. Thank you so much. You are now in the fishbowl. Peggy says, welcome home. It's always nice to be home, right? It really is nice to be home, especially when you've been gone, even if it's 5 or 6 days. Peggy, thank you so much for that super chat. And all of you, it means a lot. It really does. Got you down. At the end of the show tonight, we will draw someone out of the Red Frog Pub, Ribbit, or Croak. Red Frog Pub. You will win some sort of Island Time swag, whatever you want. Steve won, Mr. Fireball Steve, who's headed to cruise right now. He won a couple weeks ago. He wanted a hoodie. I bought him a hoodie. I shipped him the hoodie. He said, hey, I love the hoodie. He just got it in. You can get a hat. I've got my blue shirt on tonight. This is one of my favorites. It's got the white, but the yellow, that burnt yellow, orange, goodness gracious, son. One of my favorite soft cotton t-shirt. You choose. Every time you super chat, you are entered in to win. And there we go. Miss Elizabeth there, Carnival celebration in just a week. Wow. You're in for a treat. I've heard and seeing some awesome reviews regarding the celebration. There was a buzz even on the Carnival Breeze as the celebration was getting started. Elizabeth, you are our official reporter. When you go on the celebration, be sure you post pictures if you have the internet package. If not, when you get back, we would love to see everything going on. She looks like a beauty, and there's so much to do. I got you down right here, Miss Elizabeth. In the fishbowl, right there. And Lori is here. Lori, I hope you're doing great. You just tuned in. We just started. Everything's good. Everything is we're getting this thing off the ground right now. Lori, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that. And it seemed like there was a couple more that came across. Mr. Jeremy Kraft, I thought about you guys. Several times on the ship because you guys are going to be there. As Little Tito said, 31 days until we're back. We're right there. Jeremy, thank you so much. And also said happy birthday. I had a great birthday on board the Carnival Breeze. It was a great time. And it's sat there Monday and thought, here we go. Here's another trip around the sun. I'm blessed to be able to take another trip around the sun. Life means more. I explained in one video. I usually don't get this detail. My brother was given 6 months to live at one point when we were 18 years old. And now here we are turning 34 and we're still here. So birthdays are special. Joni, thank you so much for that super chat. Welcome back from the cruise, Joni. I appreciate that so much. You guys are being so supportive tonight with the super chats. I appreciate it. If you don't want a super chat, that's okay. You don't have to. It's not a requirement. Yes, it makes your comment pop out. I do want to remind you, if you send a super chat, be sure to, if you have a question, ask it. I will for sure see it because it pops out like it does. And Jody Purdue, 61 days until the Valor is going to fly by. Enjoy the anticipation. I did not get to enjoy that. Let me ask this question as we get started. I'm getting everyone in the fishbowl here. To me, the anticipation of a cruise is half the cruise itself. Literally, I would say it's 50%. For me, we did not get to enjoy that anticipation because we booked this cruise 5 days out. It was a nightmare, but we made it. It was fun. Let me ask you this. Do you enjoy the anticipation of the cruise? Would you say that it's half of the fun of the cruise? Would you say it's 10%? Let us know in the comment section below. And as Shirley says, we have missed y'all. We have missed you guys. I'm telling you, we're getting back to normal. Today was crazy, though. Mike, Mr. Lito Tito has messaged me. He's called me. I haven't even got to touch base with him yet. And I talk to him almost daily. But we're going to get back in the schedule here. I can promise you that. Suzanne, as I mentioned this as well, we are on Facebook Live as well. A lot of times on Facebook, we can't see your name. It's something that StreamYard has not integrated yet. So if you want to hop over to YouTube, it should be a better user experience. You can stay on Facebook, though, if you want to. Miss Suzanne Burt, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that so very much. I'm going to get your name down here. Win some on-time swag. Why not, right? And I'll mention this as well, guys. Thank you so much for your support on buying our Island Time merch from Spreadshop. YouTube and Spreadshop have integrated together. You can buy our merchandise straight from YouTube now, which I think is pretty cool. Spreadshop still offers that 30-day guarantee. You buy it. If it doesn't look right, fit right, you have 30 days, send it back. 100% of your money is back, or you can exchange it. I just want to mention that. It is the holiday season, right? It is. Peace and be wild. Yes, Carnival Horizon in a week. I can't wait. How's the weather in the Caribbean? It was warm. It was nice and warm. The boat was rocky. We're going to get into our full review here in just a few minutes. Listen, there were good things about the cruise, but I'm going to tell it like it is. And I'm telling you now, peace and be wild. I got you here in the fishbowl, swimming with everybody else. Swim, swim, swim. There were some bad, too. I'm going to mention that as well. Robin, it's great to see you tonight. Thank you so much for that super chat. I'm going to get you down right here. Thank you so much, Robin, for joining us tonight and sending that super chat. I've got you down. You are now swimming as well. Thanks so much. Amber is here, and I've got to catch up on comments, guys. It's been so busy. It really has. Alyssa, yes, it was absolutely amazing. Frankie Floyd here. Some help with that ticket. Oh, my gosh. Frankie, I hadn't thought about the ticket today. I got to make a phone call tomorrow to the judge's office. Mr. Frankie Floyd, thank you so much for that super chat and your business with us. Frankie, of course, uses us as his travel advisor. Got a ticket, the first ticket of my entire life, sitting there in Marshall, Texas, going 10 over, 10 miles. And hey, that I-59 you know, you're going 75 miles an hour. Before you know it, it drops down to 55. And yes, there are speed limit signs. I didn't see them. I didn't try to make an excuse, but I could tell right when he walked up to my window, I was getting a ticket. He told me, you're not getting out of this. You know, that's 10 miles an hour over. And so many of you mentioned, though, in Texas, you can do a defenseless driving class. I'm going to try that, see if the judge will be lenient. I don't know if they will. Charlotte, it's great to see you tonight. And by the way, thank you so much, Frankie, for the help with the ticket. I don't know how much it's going to be. Several on board said, oh, you got a ticket in Texas? If you get a ticket in Texas, it's big money because they don't give very many tickets, I was told. It's a souvenir. It's a souvenir. Charlotte, thank you so much for that super chat. Charlotte's donating as well to the ticket fund. Maybe it won't be that much. I don't know. I'm an out-of-state person. They said usually out-of-state doesn't help you. So we'll see. We will. My goodness, guys, you guys are let's see. I will try to get to some of these comments. We are busy tonight. I love it. Keep it going. We have so much to get to tonight. Amber, we booked a cruise for Amber just before we left. And, of course, Amber's getting ready to cruise coming up. If we order some new stuff, you know, shipping time, you can get it in as little as 3 or 4 days. I love the blue you are wearing, and we are on celebration in 29 days. You will for sure get it in 29 days. This blue it's the soft. Wish you could kind of see it, but it's soft. The blue looks good. We're going to have some new items and a new supplier as well that's going to offer some different things. So, yes, you should be able to get that most definitely. Charlotte, thank you for that comment there on a great cruise. Martin, your ports of call on the Breeze. We're going to talk about ports of call. They were Cozumel, Mexico, and Progreso, which I'm going to start calling Progreso, I think, from now on. Progreso. Oh, Martin, I got you down. Thank you for that super chat. We're going to talk about Cozumel and Progreso. My thoughts on the two, your thoughts on the two here in just a little bit. Sherry's here. Anthony's here. Guys, we got a busy night. A lot of Islanders here. What is bigger, the Carnival Mardi Gras or Allure of the Seas, Marcus? If you're talking about gross tonnage, it is the Allure of the Seas. She is, and she's getting rave reviews there in Galveston. She's now selling from there. And we'll get to all of it, I promise. Sarah, thank you so much, Sarah and Scott from the Comedy Club. Sarah, it was great to meet you. That first night we met just as cruisers and enjoyed each other's company, enjoyed, of course, a comedy show together. And here we are the second night and the third night. And as we started talking to one another, which is what cruisers do, we get to know each other. And you guys got to see, we kind of shared what we do in this whole animal that is Island Time. Thank you for being on, Sarah and Scott, our first time Islanders here. We got you in the fishbowl. We're going to give away some good stuff. And then Sarah said, hey, this is what we do. Sarah and Scott, what they do. And through this community, I know you'll be able to share that. And I can't wait to work with you guys in the future, helping us with this big project that's Island Time. I bought the baseball shirt. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Let's see if there's anybody else. Oh, yes. The Dog Father, thank you so much for being so kind in our lives. The internet was frustrating. It frustrated me all week. But thank you so much for your comments and sharing your content's great. I appreciate that. Doing the same cruise in February, by the way. What's up, Derek? The Dog Father, I got you. Right here. Thank you so much. Got it right here. Swimming in the fishbowl. Yeah, Progreso. Joni says, if I go there again, I'm staying on the ship. We're going to talk about that. I've been to Progreso 2 times in 30 days. Progreso. Okay, we'll talk about that. There's Mr. David. David, your Cowboys. I watched them win. I saw your comment. I watched them win. Beckett was cheering for the Cowboys. He loved it. They're both boys like the Kids Club, Lito Tito. They did a great job at the Kids Club. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. And I'm making sure here that I'm caught up. I know I've missed so much, guys. I have. We're going to keep moving forward. Again, super chats. Z, thanks for that. And Z, you called me. I couldn't answer the phone. I tried to several times. The internet was bad. Smash that thumbs up button. Smash the like button. That way people who are looking for something to watch right now can join this community. They can hear about cruising, ask their questions, and play some games here in just a little bit. I think I've got everybody. I hope so. I know I missed so many comments, guys, but it is busy tonight, and that's great. Chiefs, yes, the Chiefs won today. They didn't hit the over. Okay, I had the over on that one. And then, yeah, the Dolphins. The Dolphins, that was a bad beat, okay? Yes, the Dolphins won. They had 30 points at half. The total, I had a friend who bet over 30.5 points, total points scored by the Dolphins. He felt so good at halftime. So good at halftime because they scored 30. They didn't score again at all. Mr. Jeremy Kraft, thank you so much. You and Jackie, of course, going to be on that cruise. Who will be our cruise director, which is a big question, right? Jeremy, I'm getting you down here. Lawrence was our cruise director. I'd never had him before. He did a phenomenal job. He was great. He was vocal. He was seen at all the public spaces. Now, listen, he's no cookie yet. No cookie monster. No cousin cookie. But he can be very, very soon. I really enjoyed Lawrence on board. He's going to be great. And the parties were great. New Year's Eve is going to be awesome. We're in Cozumel. That's hard to even imagine. Yep. So many other places we could stop. You're right. You're exactly right. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. Minnie, let me know. I got an okay there, but I'm not sure I am okay. I hope you're okay. It's been it's been a bad couple of months. David, keep that faith, okay? We're in a good time of year. We're about to start a new year. No matter what's going on, it's going to be okay. Keep your head up. Keep your head up, and if I can do anything to help, I promise you I will. You know that. You know that times are going to get better. I can promise you that. They will. Trina, thank you so much for that super chat. I'm getting highlighter all over me because I dropped the cap on my lid. That's okay. Trina, thank you so much. Hope Beckett did not have any drama getting his fries. No drama. No drama. Everyone who was on board did their muster drill as they should have, very quick and timely. We actually left about 10 minutes early. I went live for that sail away, and he had a great time. Trina, thank you so much for that super chat. And to all of you, let's see. Let's go ahead and block that user there. Rayleigh Creative Travel, who I'm jealous of, was on the celebration, and you've just made it home. So that is awesome. It looks like your trip was phenomenal. There's so many people who were on that cruise who we would have loved to cruise with. As you know, it was last minute, or we would have hopped on board. Yes. Thank you, Dogfather's Barbecue. We appreciate that. Let's do this right here. Let me go to this banner, and let's get right into the review really quick. I've got some other questions about Thanksgiving and shopping. We'll get into that. I know many of you want to hear this review. If you've cruised recently, when I give a statement, whether it's positive or negative, feel free to say, I saw the same thing in the dining room, or I saw the same thing regarding entertainment, or it wasn't that way on the celebration, or it wasn't that way on the Magic. Coach was on the Magic, and he's back home as well. Haven't seen him join yet. But let us know if you've cruised recently, of course, what your opinions are as well. I'm going to try to do this quick. Because this forum is meant for you and I and our community to interact, not for me to sit here and just talk the whole time. So let's do this. Before I do that, guys, look at this. 100 cruises. We have booked over 100 cruises now. This happened when we were on a cruise ship. How about that? How cool is that? We're going back to try to see, and we just haven't had time because we were behind. So today we've caught up. I think we've booked a dozen cruises today. We had to catch up, but we have to go back to see who was that 100th person to book a cruise with Island Time Travel. I knew we were close before we left, but we went over the top. The Black Friday deals and specials, and families got together, friends got together, and they talked about cruising. 100 cruises. Amanda and I thank you so much for your support, your generosity, just for giving us a shot. You guys, there's so many people who email us and say, what can you do? And they don't even know if they're going to use us or not. We start working with you. We try to do things the right way. We try to be open and transparent. There are many of you on this live right now who have used us as your travel advisors. We are thankful, and don't think that we didn't think about that on this cruise and over Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The goal, I wasn't even going to mention this. Let's see if we can get 150 by the end of the year. 150 by the end of the year. That's going to complicate the taxes a little bit. I told Amanda, what have we done here? What have we done? 100 cruises, guys. That is, I don't even know what to say. But thanks. Thank you. I look forward to many more. Shirley, it's been 70 days, maybe. I mean, it's insane. Thank you guys so much. If you're interested in booking your cruise, if you want to move a cruise that you just booked to us, the email is scrolling around that ticker, travel@bookislandtime.com. We would love to help you out. Let's get to this review. Going to Alaska next year on Carnival. I've also went on Princess, Rhonda. Princess is an awesome cruise line, especially going to Alaska. It is. Let's talk about the Breeze. Here we go. Do we want to start with good or bad? You guys tell me. Usnavi, spot on. All I can say is look at God. And sometimes I ask him why or how, and I know that I don't have to have those answers. I don't. You want good or bad? The bad, people say. We got 2 bads. First one to 5 wins. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Jennifer says the bad, end with the good. 2 a.m. woken up after daydreaming. Prim Travel says, we can move the cruise to you even if we already paid in full. Benjamin, if you've paid in full, you cannot. If you have not paid in full, most of the time you can. There are certain day restrictions, 90 days, and sometimes Norwegians move to 14 days since you're booking, but most of the times we can get around that because we do so much business with cruise lines. Michelle, thank you so much. Congratulations on the 100 cruises book milestone. You're taking very good care of our 2 book cruises. I have a couple more in the future. We'll do our best. We treat them like they're ours because we know the way we want them done, down to detail. No gray area. Everything's black and white. You have things sorted out. You know what to expect. Let's do it. Let's do it and make sure here that I haven't missed anything. Okay, here we go. Let's start with the bad, which I would have chosen the good, right? It's just people are different. Let's start with the bad. Here we go. Carnival Breeze, the bad. First off, let me preface this with what all can be bad, right? You're on a cruise. It's Thanksgiving. What all can be bad? So the things that I say that are bad, we'll see how bad they were, okay? The Dog Father's Barbecue, we booked 3 cruises next year already, 1 paid in full. Can you guys still do something for us? The 1 paid in full, they won't even let us see your booking. The other 2, yeah, for sure. The week before you left, 7 days before you left, we had 24 upgrades for an average of $18. So I don't promise upgrades, but we work for them. Here we go. Carnival Breeze, the bad, okay? I referenced in one of my live videos that the cruise we were experiencing was probably our worst cruise ever on Carnival. But all of our cruises have been phenomenal on Carnival. So when I said that later on, I thought, that's kind of strong, but it was the truth. Here's what happened, okay? Anything bad is just first world problems. You're exactly right. So here's what happened. So we board the ship. Of course, it's raining. No one could do anything about that. It's cold. That's fine. Our stateroom, though, our cabin, was way hot. It was in the 80s. And I thought, we dropped my bag off, and I said, okay, whoever just left this cabin 90 minutes ago or 2 hours ago must have had the heat on. Maybe we're coming into Galveston. It's hot. They turned the heat on. Maybe they had the balcony door open and they were enjoying some cool air with the warm air, whatever. So I turned the air down, as anyone would. But what happened the next 72 hours was no air conditioning. So the lowest that our room temperature was, and I never mentioned this on board, on live. I don't want to report things necessarily like that negative in the moment. I said in that video, we'll see what happens by the end of the cruise, but for 2.5 days, the lowest that our cabin temperature got was 78 degrees. If it were just Amanda and I, okay, whatever, we'll get through it, right? No nap for Amanda at 80 degrees. You're right about that, Amber. There was no nap. If it was just Amanda and I, which we reported it, of course, the first day. We reported it, and we asked for a fan because we've tried to bring fans. They get confiscated every time because it's a fire issue. So we asked for a fan. There were no fans left. 0 fans. That's like the first 2 times. Do we have a fan? Do we have a fan? No fan. So there's technicians coming up. Amanda and I, again, we're okay, but it's the boys. You know, when a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old saying, it's hot, Dad. Dad, it's hot. I'm hot. Dad, it's hot. It's hot. That only adds to the situation, right? It was hot. Our cabin steward said, she came in one time. Well, I was leaving, and this was about the second full day. I said, will you please come in here and tell, because I was about to go to guest services again and say, guys, it's too hot. It's too hot. It would fluctuate up to 80, come back down to 78. We never had a reading below 78 the first 2.5 days. The cabin steward would walk in, and she grabbed her phone immediately and said, guys, you can't stay here. You can't stay here. So we were in room 11251, and I will share that. USB fans are the way to go. We had that happen, the Carnival Freedom. We were melting. They also did not give us a fan. Daryl, it's great to see you today. It's good to talk to you today as well. We're starting with the bad. I didn't want to do it, but see, I told guest services I usually bring a fan, but you guys have taken it from me and left a letter in my bag the last 2 times. And they said, yes, it's a fire issue. Anyway, it was a small fan, Randy. 10 inches, a square 10-inch fan. So anyway, it was hot. And what made it exponentially worse was the kids. The kids were hot. They try to sleep in bed with us, even though they have their own space. Then we're all hot. And then they're grouchy during the daytime, right? You guys know if you have kids, it's a snowball effect. So that was the first thing that made it just not a good cruise. No one's resting well. No one's sleeping. It's hot. It's raining outside. What else is there to do? You know, I remember unpacking our bags and Amanda and I literally sweating. So anyway, yes, Melissa, about 70 days in the travel business. Yep. Are there any openings for the Jubilee? November 25th. There's not right now, Lori. I just checked today, but I'm checking every day. I have a list of 7 or 8 people who are looking for that cruise. Yes, we're at 11,215. Needs to be 9 inches. 9 inches. All 4. Yep. We froze. And usually I told just got off the breeze 1127, cabin 10,224. Room was cold. We've never had an issue. And I told guest services, I'm not coming to you complaining because I want something. I've never done that. I love cruising. Wouldn't do it. So eventually, the second day they wanted, so after the second day, we got on Monday. So Wednesday night, they said, we have a room for you. We finally have a room, which is another one of the bad experiences. The ship was full. I love a full ship. That's not the negative. The negative or the bad part is I felt so bad for the crew. They're still understaffed. They are. The staffing levels are probably what they need to be for most weeks, but this cruise was genuinely sold out. They told us several times, we want to move you guys to a room. We were open to moving to a room. We said, yes, we will move to a room if you have one open because it was warm. I didn't care if it was a downgrade. We had a balcony. Put me in the interior as long as it's cool, not even cold. They finally got one. I don't know how do you get one on the third day, but that was so Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, they say, guys, if you want to move, you can. Well, Wednesday night at 8, we're not moving all our stuff. We could have slept there, moved our stuff Thursday. We'd had to pack up all our stuff and our kids' stuff, which they have more stuff than we have. And then move to the cabin Thursday. We would unpack Thursday. And then Friday morning or Friday sometime, we would pack up because the cruise ends Saturday. So theoretically, we'd have moved twice in 2 days. We'd have packed our stuff up. We'd have packed, unpacked, packed again, all within 36 hours. So we didn't take it. Yep. Melissa, we're with Avoya Travel. Our website is being built actually right now. It is. But you can email us at travel@bookislandtime.com, and we will take care of you. I can promise you that. So anyway, then that's the negative. The other part was the crew. I just felt so they were phenomenal. They were phenomenal, but you could see it. And those crew members that you get to know, you guys know how you get to know crew members, right? You talk to them. You ask them what's going on and where are you from, where do you work, all this stuff, and you tip them. And those people that take care of you, they'll tell you how they're doing, right? They'll let you have a peek behind the curtain. And a lot of the crew members were working longer shifts than they were used to, which is already long shifts, right? It was just a full ship. It was. That's not the negative part. The crew being worked long, and just long times for service. Ordering a drink, it may be 30 minutes. Again, first world problems. And I'm talking about when you get up and go to a bar. I'm not talking about you being waited on when you go to a bar. It may be 30 minutes before you can get up there, get your drink ordered, get it. No lie, 30 minutes. And that's at Red Frog Rum Bar. That's at Blue Iguana Tequila Bar. That's at Red Frog Pub, the lobby bar, all of it. It was about 30 minutes on average. So, yes. Yeah. Sarah was an 11-2-4-5. You guys were pretty close. You were. I don't know if you had the same issues we did. They said it was a unit that was out. Anyway, again, not that negative, but that is the bad. Let's get to the good, okay? 30 minutes is a buzzkill. I know. Late in the cruise, we heard a lot of banging a few doors down. Yes. Yep. Especially late one night. It was like 10 o'clock one night, Sarah. Yes, there was a closet just adjacent from our door. I think we were told they were replacing some sort of part on that air conditioning system, and trying to fix what the issue was. Let me say this. It was a bad situation. Yes, we were hot. Carnival did all they could do. They got us a room by Wednesday evening, which we declined. We could have accepted. Now, let me say this. The temperature came down after Wednesday evening, so I'm glad we stayed. We just didn't want to move, 2 times within 36 hours. Guest services sent cupcakes for the boys, and said, we're sorry about this. We had a handwritten letter from the hotel manager and guest services. They tried. They couldn't do anything. So that's the bad. Let's go to the good after I blocked that user who wants to have a good time. And if they only knew that if they would listen to this community, they'd have a good time, right? Let's go to the good really quick. That was too long. I'll try to keep it shorter here. The good. Okay. First off, the Breeze is one of our favorite ships, if not our favorite ship. She's still beautiful. She's stunning. She completed 10 years in service while we were on board. I didn't know that until I was on board and I was looking at cruise news. 10 years in service. Entertainment was awesome. The food was phenomenal. The service, again, there's nothing you can do about service when you look around and there's people everywhere, right? Drinks were awesome. We did end up buying the Cheers package. It worked out great. The comedians, of course, you guys know we love the comedy shows. They were great. Camp Ocean was awesome for the kids. They wanted to go all the time. We would take them at night around 7 o'clock. We'd leave them until 9 or 9:30. We'd go see a comedy show with Sarah and Scott and others. Camp Ocean they do a phenomenal job. They really do. I didn't see a kid, not one child, whose parent walked up and they were kicking and screaming, I don't want to go. They do a phenomenal job. They really do. Lawrence, the cruise director, was good. I know some people will ask about him. I know Jeremy did. He was great. He was always very informative. He was on the PA system a good amount of the time, not too much. You know how they can be on there every hour and you're like, oh my gosh, I have the fun times. I can see what's going on. But he was good. He was visible. I thought he did a good job. The ship, though, was awesome. It really was. And we're excited to sell her again in 31 days. If you've got particular questions about the good or about anything regarding Carnival or, of course, the Breeze itself, let me know. Carnival hit the high notes on entertainment. They hit the high notes on food and drinks, as they always do. Service, I've already mentioned that. It was great when it was your turn. It was great. C-Day brunch was great. The menu is scaled back. We all know that. I knew that going in. It was still okay. It was. I saw several situations where people were ordering 3 entrees. Of course, usually now your third entree costs you $5. They were not charging. Most people that I saw and most people around, when you talk to someone, they say, well, I ordered 3 of these and they didn't charge me. So I don't know what the consistency is. It's supposed to be $5. But the Thrill Theater is gone. Yeah, it is gone. It is. The Smoke-Free Casino is there in its place now. And I was on the Breeze last October and in February, and they've already redone the Smoke-Free Casino since February. So yes. Internet was bad. It was bad. It's always bad. I was trying to add up how much I've spent on internet on cruise ships this past year. It's over $800, and I'm like, it's not worth $800, but I have to do it, right? Do you know what terminal the Jubilee will be out of? It should be Terminal 1. There's no plans to build a new terminal. There's some funding, though, however, to do some updates and upgrades to the existing terminals. Terminal 1 should be the terminal for the Jubilee. Thanksgiving dinner. It was a miss, Joni. It was a miss. Not good. Which we've cruised over Thanksgiving before years ago. It wasn't good then. It's something you have to order. When it's Thanksgiving dinner, it's dark outside, supper time, and turkey and dressing is on the menu. You have to order it, but it's a miss. And I had no expectation when I received it. The turkey was lunch meat. It was thinly sliced, like you'd put on a sandwich, and it was warmed up, so it was warm, but it was lunch meat. It was, yep, not good, but that's okay. Casino. Listen to this, little Tito. I played one time in the casino. I spent so much time trying to deal with our room situation, but I broke even. I bought in at 200. I left with 200. I may not get casino deals now. I don't know, but internet was bad. Yep. Levi here. How does the main dining room work with the new rules? Is it 2 entrees but unlimited on appetizers and desserts, or is it 2 of anything per passenger? That's a great question. It is still unlimited appetizers and desserts. And what I was trying to hear people order around me, and people are ordering, it seems like, maybe more appetizers because they want to stick to the 2 free entrees. So still unlimited appetizers, still unlimited desserts, 2 entrees, then you're supposed to be charged $5. Yep. The food was great. It was, though. Food was hot. It was great whenever we would get it. Yep. I'm curious about your commentary on Progreso. Let's do that here. Let's do commentary on Progreso. 3 entrees, how much can you eat? That's a lot of food. You're right, Lori. It is, especially your appetizers and dessert. It's a lot. It is. Do you need 3? Probably not. But maybe those who get 3 don't get an appetizer. I don't know. I have no clue. Let's see. Is it gone on Vista and Horizon? That, Tim, I'll have to look at. I don't know. Let's do this right here. Let's talk about Cozumel and Progreso. While I'll talk about Cozumel and Progreso, let me ask you, what is your favorite port and your least favorite port? Put that in the comment section. You can abbreviate if you want to. You don't have to spell out the whole thing. But what's your favorite port? What's your least favorite port? Let's talk about Cozumel and Progreso. Cozumel, I hate to say it's my favorite port, but I feel like it's made to be my favorite port because I go there so often. All of us know Western Caribbean itinerary, you're going to Cozumel. You might as well like it because every cruise that goes Western, you're going to Cozumel. I've been to Cozumel 20 plus times. So it's not my favorite port as in the beauty or just different like a St. Martin or a St. Thomas is. But I guess it's one of my favorites because I have to go there, right? You might as well. And I'll say this, with Cozumel, whatever you want to do, usually you can do, okay? You can find it in Cozumel, whether it's something in the water, on the water, shopping, tours, island tour, Mayan runs. You can usually find it in Cozumel. So it's fair to say it's one of my favorites. In Cozumel, we did Paradise Beach. Our big group is going to Paradise Beach. We're sailing next month, December the 29th, on board the Carnival Breeze. There's still some cabins available, and our group is like 14 or 16 people. But if you want to go, then let me know, and we'll get you booked. Okay, I can promise you that. Paradise Beach, compared to Mr. Sancho's, I've been to both. Paradise might win. I didn't think it would. I've been to Paradise years ago, but they've redone so much. Paradise might win. The service was impeccable. They work in teams of 2. And I swear, we're like hide and seek. We have 2 boys, right? So we're in the beach. We're sitting on the beach. We're in the water. We're on the water toys. We're at the huge pool. That's 4 times as big as Mr. Sancho's. We're everywhere. And one of our 2 service would find us all the time and yell, "Hey, are you good? You good?" And if we needed something, They got it so fast. The food was great. Let me see the comments here. Can you book for people in Europe? Absolutely, Prim. We can book for those in Europe or those who want to travel to Europe. Cozumel is a favorite by far, Jen says. Paradise Beach is my fave. That's what Jenna said. It was awesome. We enjoyed the pool. We enjoyed the beach, the water toys, the tacos were good. Tacos were good. That taco truck that's there, people say, don't forget about the taco truck. And yes, it's included, which, by the way, I have a link. I need to post a link. I can get you $5 off the entry. I think ours was $59.99. I can get you money off the water toys. It's an extra $10. I can get you jet skis, $50 for 30 minutes. Parasailing, I've got a link. It's not a coupon code. Lito Tito actually worked this link out. Little Tito, if you have it, you can post it. I can't grab it right now, but I'm telling you, if you go to Mr. Sancho's all the time, like I've been so many times, go to Paradise. They're within a half a mile of each other. Try it out. You will not be disappointed. I can promise you that. The shrimp ceviche. Oh, whoo, so good. So good. Yes, Z, we'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. Sancho's is always attentive. They are, Shirley. I've been there many times. I love Sancho's. Would I go back to Sancho's? Absolutely. But I'm just saying, if you're looking for something different because you've done Sancho's so many times, try Paradise out. I promise you will not be disappointed at all. The Breeze is my favorite ship, David says. I've been on her 9 times. Galveston is my home port. Also, we are from Oklahoma. We have several from Oklahoma. David, I've got you in here, the super chat. Guys, do not forget we're giving away some Island Time merch at the end of the show tonight. All you have to do is super chat to be entered. Thank you so much for that, David. We appreciate that. Parasailing, David, I need to do it. And the New Year's cruise might be the time to do it because there's no kids, no kiddos. I'm going to Paradise next time. Just try it. I think you'll like it. The pool, again, the pool is nice and big. There's loungers in the pool. Go to TripAdvisor. See the pictures, see the reviews, okay? Don't just take it from me. It was something different that I thought was good, okay? Let's switch over now. Left Paradise Beach. And, yeah, Passion Island, Connie. Let's throw it out there. Mr. Sancho's is great. Paradise Beach is great. Passion Island is good as well. They have you can go there by the power catamaran if you want to, or the speedboat it's a twister speedboat that will take you on a wild ride before you get there. They're awesome. And yes, Nachi Kokum. There's another option right there. Thank you. Mr. Sancho's is a party vibe. Yeah, sometimes at Sancho's I see people be carried out at 10:30 a.m., which is okay. I mean, I don't care, but they're all good. Yep. Have you ever been to Del Mar? Latino Cozumel. We booked it for February for the first time. I've not been there, but I've heard of that location and heard good things about it. And it's on my list. I want to visit maybe if I can in next month. Just stop by the property, visit, see what it's got, and then maybe go there in the future. Yeah, you're going in February. Let us know how it is for sure. Take some pictures and let us know. Passion Island's awesome. They shoot the Corona commercials there. So I'll say that much. You ever seen a Corona commercial? Not much editing needs to be done, right? What should I do on my cruise, Derek? Randy, we can talk about that. Randy, by the way, thanks so much. Amanda and I were splitting things up today. She took your cruise, but I did hop in. I had to say hello to you. A and J, thanks. That's what the community is all about, right? Someone says, have you done this? Someone's done it. They report back. Yep. I was carried out drunk, David says. Off my butt in August. That's okay, David. You realize it. You're going to do something about it. That is okay. Let's talk about Progreso. No. Second time to Progreso in 30 days. I love supporting local economies. I will always try to get off the ship and buy something. I just don't know if I can do it again, though. If you've been to Progreso, please just share your thoughts. If it's one line, it's one line. If it's one sentence, it's one sentence. If it's a paragraph, it's a paragraph. Just share if you've been to Progreso. They've got the longest pier in the world. It's 2.5 miles. So your cruise ship is 2.5 miles out. They have taxis you can pay for to go to the mainland, or there's a free shuttle service. So make sure if you want the free shuttle, ask those local workers for the free shuttle. They will point you the right way, or you can take a taxi if that's what you want to do. I just don't want someone to think you have to take the taxi. Okay. David, I don't like Progreso. Progreso one and done. So Sherry, sorry, not a fan, Sherry says. Martin, one and done. I don't want to talk about a place. The only reason why I speak the way I'm speaking is because I want you to plan your day. If you want to go to Progreso and you want something to do, I'll tell you right here what to do. Would you have a better day staying on board? I would. In the future, I'm going to stay on board, and I'm going to plan my day accordingly. Maybe I get a spa day that day. Maybe Amanda and I go to the spa. We're going back in 31 days. Question, we'll get to that question here in just a second. Lost your video camera there. So here's what we did. We got off the ship. We took the free shuttle service, which takes some time to get on. It took us 30 minutes probably to get on. Again, not a problem, but when you have kids, probably a problem. We did the Corona Beach Party. It was $29.99 for adults. I think my oldest was $20. My youngest was free. So it was $80 to go to a beach. The beach is much like Galveston, Texas, if you cruise out of Galveston, okay? It's not a beach that you're going to take a photo shoot and have it behind you, okay? I love the sounds of the beach, love the sights of the beach, but do not go to this Corona Beach Party thinking you're going to get a nice teal blue beach. You're not. You're getting the brown, green beach, okay? Again, Progreso can't help that. I'm just telling you like it is, right? Not talking bad about anybody. The Corona Beach Party came with a 1-hour unlimited drinks if you wanted them. After I saw the sanitation of the dishes, they had probably 50 cups they used over and over. I saw how they were being sanitized right there at the bar. I was out. You don't ask for a beer and it's given to you in a can or a bottle. It's in a plastic cup. They pour it, but the way they wash the dishes, nope, sorry, I'm out. They did have food there to order. It wasn't included. But one thing that we found also that was tough, and I appreciate people for working and asking, but they try to push. They're selling whatever. You name it, they're trying to sell it. Again, it's their job. They're trying to make a living. I try to support them. But we couldn't just lay there and enjoy the day. I had the speaker going, the phone going. We played football. It wasn't a relaxing day. Yep, that was Progreso. Been to Progreso and enjoyed it, Cynthia. So looky there. Cynthia, what did you do? I'll ask you that. There's several different things to do. I went to Corona Beach. It wasn't for me. Did you Paradise through Carnival? Linda, no. Paradise has their own website. You take the taxi. It was $15 from the taxi stand there at the port to Paradise Beach, $15 back. I gave the taxi driver a $20 bill there and $20 bill back. Yep. We just kept up with the time. Thank you, Lito Tito, for pointing that out as well. Did Sancho's last time a few years ago trying Paradise? There you go. Good. There we go. Yeah. I love the all-inclusive beach excursion through Carnival. Jana, that is called, I'm trying to remember. Amanda and I did that in July. No, not July. Maybe March. We did that in March. The all-inclusive beach excursion through Carnival in Cozumel. It was like $50 for adults, $20 maybe for kids. And we enjoyed it. So, yes, I can't remember the name of that beach, though, right now off the top of my head. I'm sorry about that. But thanks for pointing that out. So, anyway, Progreso and Robin, thank you so much. Progreso can be bad for very aggressive vendors. They were. And, again, if it were Amanda and I, don't care. But my kiddos, I'm trying to keep them close to me. And not that I'm scared someone's going to take them. I'm afraid they're going to grab something off of someone's board or someone's table, and they're aggressive. They are. So, Progreso, I may get off and shop at that local area at the 2.5-mile pier there, but I probably won't go back into the city unless I can find something great to do. Yep. Yes, Tim, Yucatan. It is. It's the same. Talking about the same thing. Yep. Will G says you can book through TripAdvisor too. Will, thanks for saying that. I will say when we checked in, they asked us, did you book through TripAdvisor or through the website? And depending on that answer, we were going to go different ways. So I meant to actually go back and see if there was a price difference. I would assume maybe it was. We paid $60, $59.99, I guess. I don't know if maybe TripAdvisor has a higher or lower price, but they did mention that. So thank you, Will, for mentioning that. We went to the free beach, could not relax every 5 minutes. People kept trying to sell us stuff. That's what we had. We were at the free beach. We were just in a kind of it was fenced in kind of, roped off, but they were still allowed to go in there and sell things to us. So that is Cozumel and Progreso. Let's do this. I have to ask you this. If you have questions about the trip, let me know. We're excited to go back to Cozumel next month. We're going to Paradise Beach again. Progreso, which Cozumel is New Year's Eve. That's going to be rough. I told several of the bartenders, we're in Cozumel New Year's Eve, and they were like, what? Are you kidding me? And then we'll be in Progreso New Year's Day. So I would imagine that a lot of people will stay on New Year's Day. We'll see what it has there. I do want to ask you this right here. Thanksgiving was different. I want to ask you what your favorite moment of Thanksgiving was, and at the same time, how do you pay for Mr. Sancho? Sherry says they have a website as well. Mr. Sancho's, they also have a Facebook page. You pay a deposit. You don't have to pay the whole thing. That's one thing I love about Paradise Beach and Mr. Sancho's. You pay a deposit, pay the rest when you get there, just in case something happens. Yep, I know. Shirley, you're exactly right. The machine guns, they were there. Yes, David's got to go. Derek, we need to talk and catch up. I agree with you on that. So what was your favorite moment on Thanksgiving? And let me ask you this. Were there any cruise conversations that took place over sharing that meal with family and friends? Let us know in the comments section. Were there any conversations of cruising that took place? If you're like me, when we go to family functions, the first question that people ask, when's your next cruise? Oh my gosh, you're here. You're not on a cruise. And they're going to say, I know they will when they see me next time. When's your next cruise? It's in 31 days. I love the Mayan runs, Usnavi says, but you have to take a long ride from the port. You're exactly right, Usnavi. Something I've always wanted to do, and sadly I haven't. I need to do that. It's ridiculous how many times I've been to Cozumel and I've never done it. I need to do it. I do. Yep. Z says turkey, dressing, cheat day. Z, everyone deserves a cheat day every once in a while. You do. Yeah, most of the beach clubs deposit and pay the rest at the port, including Del Mar and Noche Cocum. Been to both and love them, Robin says. That's a good thing about those booking on your own. I know so many people love to book through the cruise line, and that is okay. Yes. Martin, trying to do more Eastern Caribbean ports. Yes. We love going east as well, and especially south to Aruba. We love that. Putting up our Christmas lights a bit, Elizabeth said. Yes, and thinking of our next cruise. Favorite part of Thanksgiving is what we're talking about, or did cruising come up with your family and friends over Thanksgiving? I don't celebrate Thanksgiving being a Brit, but I did eat some turkey. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's nice to share, though, and it doesn't need to be just one day. We are thankful. We need to be thankful more often. I know I do, at least. Yes, we let our family know we will be on the inaugural sailing of the Jubilee next year. What was the reaction? We told our in-laws the same thing. We booked this year because, of course, everyone was doing something else, right? We couldn't have Thanksgiving as a family. My family Thanksgiving is going to be Wednesday of this week, but we let them know, by the way, next year we're on a cruise as well. And they were like, what, really? I said, this one's the inaugural. We have to be. It's a brand new ship. I have to be there. Al, yes, over Thanksgiving meal, we talked to the family about our upcoming cruise December 4th on the celebration. It's going to be an awesome trip. It is. Going to the runs, we were lucky, and I've heard about this as well, the AC. Yeah, if the AC works, not a bad ride, right? If the AC doesn't work, it could be a bad ride. We were asked about cruising, and we will be going again. Yep. We go to Las Vegas for Thanksgiving, Peggy said. I won $310 at bingo on Turkey Day. That is awesome. It is. Vegas, I need to go. Believe it or not, Amanda and I have never been to Vegas. How? I don't know why. I don't know. We need to go. My brother said he'd never do one. They're death traps. Listen, those first 2 nights, Lido Tito tried to tell me, as soon as I booked the cruise and announcement, Lido Tito called me. He said, "Are you sure you want to go?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "It's going to be rough." And it was the roughest 48 hours, those first 2 days, that I'd ever experienced. I don't know how big the waves were. I have no clue. I know that we could hear them on deck 11. I always try to stay high up. We could hear them on deck 11, and you never hear the waves, or I don't, on deck 11. You can hear it on, lower down, maybe 5, 6, not 11. 5-minute warning here before we draw. If you want to get any more super chats in, entry to win a hat, a shirt, whatever you pick out on our spread shop. Get your last super chats in. As Ember says, we will be with you. Yes, you will. Next cruise is Carnival Dream, January the 28th. That's coming up. It's going to fly by. We'll be here before you know it, Glenn. Our family was sad, and they understood, so that's good they understood. Yep. Yes. Come here, Beck. We're talking about our cruise as Beckett comes up. Beckett's overdue for a haircut, but he had a good time on the Carnival Breeze. And he asked me today, "Dad, is our next cruise on our Carnival ship?" I said, "Yes, it is, but it's not for a while for him." What'd you think about the cruise? Why don't you say something?
Good.
What was your favorite part about it?
Putt-putt.
Putt-putt, of course. We played some putt-putt. Did Dad get a hole-in-one?
Yeah.
Did Beckett get a hole-in-one? Yes, he did. Yep. Everyone's saying, Beckett. Hello, Beckett. Yep. Lido Tito, thank you so much, just because. Beckett, did you play in the arcade at all?
Yeah.
47 more days, Frankie said. 400. I don't want him to know what we spent. 400. I'll just leave it at that. Embarkation and disembarkation. Linda asked. Embarkation, the Breeze was late coming in because of weather, so we got on board late, but priority boarding was great. It was very fast. I'm glad that it's back. They had a special area where we could sit as those who are boarding with priority. And disembarkation, fantastic. We were off the ship by 7:20. We were in our cars by 7:30. We were on the road because we had an 8-hour drive, and it rained the entire way back. Yep. Baby back, Lido Tito said. Mr. Mike and Michelle, are you tired, baby? He's still tired. He didn't nap today. Has your son found a girlfriend yet? Z says. Have you found a girlfriend? What about 2 girlfriends? Yep. We'll be on the Jubilee on Black Friday, so it's a second selling. Yes,
That's
Jenna.
weird.
What, having 2 girlfriends? That's not right, is it? Yeah. Martin, I got you down here. Beckett tried to hide her face as he's trying to smile. You got school tomorrow, but no practice. Good deal. So when y'all go to Vegas, Derek, don't take the babies. Yes, for sure. Yep, leave them at home. Lido, why? You're right about that. Big boy Beck, Jenna says. You're exactly right. Let's see. I think we're good. So this week, I'm excited to get back in the studio, creating some content. Most definitely. We've got so much to talk about. Z mentioned the scenario, the situation that took place on the Valor. A strange situation, a brother and sister. The sister saw the brother last at 11 p.m. one night. She didn't report he was missing until noon the next day, and they find him. The Coast Guard finds him, which is remarkable. 15 hours in the water. The footage was dramatic. We're glad he's okay. But how did he go over? Was it on his own? He'll have a story to tell. I can tell you that. We haven't heard what it was yet, but he will have a story to tell. We're going to give away some Island Time merch, so I'm going to shake this thing up. I'm going to stir it up here. I want to thank all of you for joining us. I want to invite you as well. If you're not a subscriber yet to this community in Island Time, we post content almost every single day, the latest in cruise news across the industry. I know we talked a lot about Carnival tonight, but we just got off the ship, Carnival Breeze. yesterday. So we discussed the industry. Be sure that you subscribe, ring the bell to receive notifications when we upload content, because we're cruising again. And I'm going to add Jody real quick. Jody with the last second. Thank you very much. We didn't get to the game I wanted to play tonight, but there were so many of us here. We had a great crowd. Most of the time, 140 plus. Elizabeth, thank you so much. Thank you. Keep the grind going. Sometimes it is a grind, but I keep it going. If you're looking to book your travel, let us know. Travel at bookislandtime.com. We've reached 100 cruises. Let's see if we can get to 150 by the end of the year. Beckett, here we go. You ready to draw? Pick one. Reach up in there. He knows not to look, and pick one, and let's see who it is. Elizabeth, how about that? Elizabeth, you are the lucky winner. Our spread shop link is it is in the description of this video. I had to think about what I put. Pick out something, of course, and send me your address via email or messenger, and I'll purchase that for you. I'll send it to you, and you'll have it. So, yes, going on the Ruby Princess out of Galveston next spring. Awesome. My first stop is Key West. Any advice, Glenn? Yes. Golf carts in Key West. Golf carts. You can take your own island tour. Your phone works in Key West. You're in Florida, so you can use Google Maps, Apple Maps. You can go to southernmost point. You can go to restaurants. So look up what you want to do before you go. Rent a golf cart in Key West. You can drive them on the street. It's easy. That's what we do in Key West. Yep. Lito Tito, he did the research on that one actually in June. Awesome. Well, guys, I'm going to get downstairs. I'm going to hold someone. We might sing some Christmas songs too.
No.
The book he has. And we'll see everyone this week. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for caring. Amanda and I are thankful and blessed because all of you. We'll see you all week right here
On Island Time.